Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the safest levels in all of the backrooms. Part 1 has like 400k views and like half the comments are asking me for another part, so I figured I'd make a second one. Without further ado, let's get into it. Also make sure you go sub to my second channel, Broogli. The SMP is launching very soon. I'll be dropping the IP literally within days. Get ready for that. First up for the video is level 149, aka the Coconut Isles. This level is classified as a class habitable level, and it's completely safe. There are also sustained communities here as well, or rather, one community. Also, apparently it was discovered 600 years ago by an Iroquois tribe. Cool. The area looks like a sky filled with sand islands that are floating around. There are coconut palms everywhere, obviously by the name, and the level stretches for around 250 miles. There's no day or night cycle, and it's constantly in the evening time, and you can also see the sun, which will stay in the exact same spot all the time, and it never moves. Also, it's around 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or 32 degrees Celsius, always, so it's pretty hot, but it can be windy or rainy sometimes. In total, there are around 2,000 individual islands, and each of them are different sizes. Some are around 6 kilometers wide, and some are about 5 meters wide. It really just depends on where they're at. Each of them are also in different elevations and different inclines, and they all have different topography. Each island has anywhere from 1 to 200 palm trees growing on them at all times, and these trees are actually proportionate to the island size. So if the island is really small, the trees will be really small, and vice versa. If the island's big, the trees will be big too. Typically, the closer to the middle of the level that you get, the bigger the islands and the trees will get as well. And the majority of the big islands have other vegetation like grass and bushes, and even some kind of flowers too. There are also bugs from reality here, like crickets and roaches, that live in the ground and are flying around. That rhymed. And the ground they live in is actually unbelievably rich in nutrients, and it can support life without any help. Nice. All of these properties make this level extremely habitable, and it's a very good place to live. You can eat the coconuts for food, you can eat the insects for food, and you can drink the rainwater, which you can collect when it rains, I guess. And there aren't even any entities here, so it all sounds pretty chill to me. The very far outside of the level is called the Barrier, and it's located around 120 miles from the middle island. This area is called the Last Island. Now at this area, there's a really strong gravitational pull, which means the winds can't really support the weight of the island like the other ones, so it kind of just floats around and rocks like a boat constantly. This makes it really dangerous. Wanderers have also said that they've heard really loud noises when they're near this area, and they felt really uneasy when being at this point, so it's recommended not to go there. The only actual outpost here is the Lost Sons of the Coconut Isles. It's the only settlement here, and it's located on the biggest island of the level. They live in Iroquois-style longhouses and tree houses, and they just vibe there. I mean, what else can I say? They don't talk to anyone else, and there's around 40 to 100 people who live in this group. And like I said earlier, it's one of, if not the oldest groups in the backrooms, since they were settled here over 600 years ago. The only entity here is a coconut snare, which is that thing if you put your arm inside, it can get stuck. So there's only one way to enter this level, and it's by no-clipping into a certain part of level 46, where the gravity is different, and is similar to the largest island's gravity. And to exit, there's also only one way. You have to go to that barrier area, and then you have to successfully no-clip in it. Only 5 people have ever done it, and those 5 people have all ended up on either level 37 or level 140. But most people who get here just stay here for the rest of their lives, since it's pretty hard to leave. Nice. So it's a level of floating islands with palm trees and coconuts everywhere. Sounds fun to me. Next up is another safe level called the Bunker Springs, or level 27. This level is classified as class 0, and it's a very peaceful but kind of small level. The actual level itself is infinite, but the accessible parts of the level where you can go are pretty small, at around 200 feet or 18.6 meters in size actually. But the area you can go to is a huge hot spring full of very mineral-rich water. Some people have even taken a drink of the water, and they say that it makes you feel really calm and really empty-headed and like your stress is completely gone. And they even get more energy too. The water temperature hovers at about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or 32.2 degrees Celsius, which is about what a typical hot tub from real life is set to. High on the walls of the cavern, there are 2 holes that pour in new water to the spring, and there's a hole in the very corner under the water that will drain the water that's in there now. So it's constantly getting cleaned out with new water added, which is pretty cool since lots of people come here. On that note, apparently this level is pretty popular among people who are on level 11 specifically, since you can get to it really easily from there. The water gives a really therapeutic feeling to the person if they bathe in it for over an hour, and it can get rid of stress and make a person really calm, and it even can change your outlook on things and make you feel optimistic. Nice, dude. The water can also heal very small ailments like rashes or acne, and even small cuts, but it's not recommended to stay in the water for more than 2 hours, since if you do, you'll get dizzy and nauseous, and you're also not supposed to take up time for too long in there, since there's like a line of people waiting, but I'm taking as long as I want to, because it sounds pretty cool. There are no bases here, and you can enter this level by turning a shower on the hottest setting and closing your eyes. If you do this, then you'll be teleported to the tunnel, which is slightly above the pool, and then you could just walk down some stairs to get into the water. To leave, you just have to walk to the corner of the pool area where Meg has built a staircase that goes into the tunnel that the water flows out of, and you can just walk down that tunnel and you'll be sent back to where you came from. Cool. So pretty much a level you can go to just to chill in the hot spring, where the water can actually heal you too. Nice. So yeah, these have been 2 more of the Safest Backrooms levels. If you want me to continue this series, make sure you let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make a part 3. Part 2 will be in the description below, as well as my second channel link and my Discord link, and all the links that you could possibly have. Also, make sure you mark your calendars for January the 20th, because that is when the official day that the Broogli SMP will launch. Now, I'm going to be making a full video over there on Broogli, my second channel, explaining how it's going to work, the rules, stuff like that. It's going to be just a vanilla survival SMP with a few plugins to make it a little bit easier and more accessible. But also on that very same day, the 20th of January, I will be launching my real life / vlog / my personal, just random real life channel. So mark your calendars for that day. It's going to be a big day. I'll remind you again in the videos leading up to that day, but since it's literally less than a week now, it's 6 days away, I figured I'd go ahead and tell you right now. The server has 280 slots, so 280 people can be on there at one time. And if you ever look at it and if it's full, just wait a little bit and somebody will get off and you can rejoin. However, channel members and patrons will have access at all times to the server. So if you want to have complete access to the server, check out the Patreon and check out the channel membership, and you'll also get some extra content on those 2 platforms as well. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate all you do for me. We gained 4,000 subscribers in 3 days. This is, I can't believe what's happening. This is insane. I'm so motivated for these videos. They're so fun to make, and you guys seem to love them so much. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will see you later.